Welcome to Community Connections. I'm your host, Mershai Sahalu. In this episode, we'll explore the incredible ways education impacts our community. We'll meet three individuals who teach in different fields, each making a profound difference in their own way. Our first story takes us into books and classrooms where students are learning Swahili, one of the most widely spoken languages in Africa. This teacher is passionate about connecting people to the language and culture of East Africa. Tamari Shunda has dedicated her life to service to see through a bright future for the next generation.
I started looking that there's no language which represents people of color. If you look at all the languages, either our children study in schools or anything else, there's no one which can say it was, the background is people of color. So that's why I realized that, we're missing out. I wrote a book, the first book, and then people who bought the first book, I said, but I want to learn more.
After publishing her second book, the interest in the community grew louder. Her readers started asking for live classes to learn the language directly from her.
When I realized that a number of people were coming to ask for more, then I said, why don't we start a foundation where we can reach people who otherwise we wouldn't be able to reach them. That was the beginning of Strong Tower.
Sasa nataka kuhesabu. I need you to count.
When Tamari started teaching, her passion for advocating for the Swahili language grew even stronger, as she witnessed firsthand the profound impact it had on younger generations in connecting them to their cultural roots.
Baba ameleta nyumbani fenesi moja kubwa sana.
If we don't teach our children the language which really means a lot to them, I think we're not being fair. So my belief is that it's okay to teach them any other language.
Kiswahili, a Bantu language, is spoken by over 200 million people worldwide. Characterized by their noun-class systems and significant presence across Central, Eastern, and Southern Africa, Bantu languages include widely spoken ones like Swahili, Zulu, and Shona.
It's very important that our children shouldn't miss that.
Tamari recently organized a World Swahili Day celebration in Silver Spring that was well received in the community to further spread the culture.
The turnout was great, in fact, more than we expected. We have the children, because that's our future. The children show forth the traditional African dressing. The majority of them showed forth the Maasai dressing with all the beads and everything. We also show forth women dressing, Maasai culture, the way they dress. So we had some people dressed like that. So it was really fun. Karibuni sana. Let us feel at home. Let us enjoy this day because that's what we wanted.
The day she held the event, July 7th, wasn't picked by accident. World Kiswahili Language Day is celebrated annually on that date, which recognizes the importance of Kiswahili as a global language.
We're trying to preserve the culture. We're trying to make the generation who will embrace the culture. And our mission is to make Kiswahili as a vehicle, as a place connects us together.
Tamari wants Kiswahili to become as accessible as other languages in schools and libraries.
We want to see the libraries carrying books where our children can go to the library and find books which are written in Kiswahili, in the language which they know that it is their language. When you find the language which represents you, you see somebody with curly hair like you. I think that's really a pride that when we achieve that, for me, in fact, my body, I can feel that that's a real something which our children are missing out. When the kids go to the classes, when they have to choose a language to take because there's electives, they can choose, okay, I took Chinese last year. This year I'm taking Kiswahili. They have to have that choice. That's what I feel like we have achieved something.
As an author, teacher, and community organizer, Tamari Shunda is actively shaping the future of her community. Next, we meet a dedicated elementary school principal whose focus is on creating a supportive and nurturing environment for young learners. Ghanaian-born Principal Loretta Woods of Whetstone Elementary is an educator making a difference.
Growing up, education was always a big focus for my parents. They pushed education, they pushed community, and they pushed a lot of grit. Are you ready? Hi! I've always loved kids. I've always appreciated their innocence. And I used to teach, the baby dolls at my house and the stuffed animals. And so it was destined for me to be a teacher.
A graduate of Paint Branch High School, Loretta started out as a fourth grade teacher, then worked as a staff development teacher, then served as an assistant principal before eventually becoming a principal at Whetstone Elementary.
I'm going into my 7th year at Whetstone Elementary School. It's also known as the Magical Kingdom, and I love every part of it. My job is to make sure teachers are teaching and students are learning. Education means a lot to me, especially considering I came here, I was an EML student, I had wonderful teachers, and even growing up in my educational career, I had a lot of people who encouraged me and support me and pushed me, and that's pretty much how I got here, through a lot of support.
A support system she now works hard to offer the students that come through the doors at Whetstone.
Hello, look at you. You have a lot of stuff. Hi, good morning.
For her leadership, Loretta won the Mark Mann Excellence and Harmony Award a few years ago, an award presented annually to an MCPS administrator who has shown exceptional performance in promoting academic excellence.
It meant so much to me. This award represents someone who is all about their community and all about student achievement and growth. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Welcome to kindergarten. I know you're going to do so wonderful. And I don't feel like I won this award alone. I feel like I won it with my staff. Hi, Mr. Josh.
Hello, Miss Woods. Woo!
It meant so much to me to be recognized for the work that I love. And I love educating students. I love working with my teachers and pushing them, because I believe every student has a light in them. And I think it's our job as educators to bring that light forward. I'm happy to see you. I love your shoes.
She advocated for Whetstone to receive Title I status, which brought more resources to the students and allowed the school to offer community events, such as parent coffees and literacy, math, and STEM nights to bring families together.
My growing up and navigating a different culture than where my parents were from has given me a lot of perspective. My students at Whetstone are majority Hispanic. ¿Cómo se llama? What's your name, honey? And then the next largest racial group is African American. I have served some students from some pretty difficult backgrounds, and I think that having that perspective of trying to navigate United States, navigate the culture, trying to keep their own culture has given me an empathetic, driven spirit for them. You know where the 5th grade hallways is, right? Is it downstairs? Yes, honey, it's downstairs right where the playground used to be. Okay. Yeah, okay, you got it? You wanna go with her? Sure. You go with her. My African heritage really supports community, it supports passion, it supports hard work. And that's what my parents modeled for me. We just have that grit and passion and commitment for hard work.
Loretta is deeply committed to restorative justice and anti-racism. Under her leadership, over 30 staff members have received formal training in restorative justice and facilitating community circles. Additionally, she has authored a children's book about the topic of race.
My Brother Zane was a book that I wrote during COVID, and it's about a little girl who experiences her brother and her parents really get frustrated with him getting in trouble, and it's because the mom is worried about how people see him as a little black boy. It's just a quick little picture book, and it's to open that entry point for families to have the conversation about race with their kids.
Yeah.
Welcome to first grade. You look so beautiful.
Pouring love and support into the same system that raised her, one student at a time. Our final story highlights a dance teacher who empowers individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities through movement. In a world where every step counts, Zam Dance is leading the way, creating a space where everyone can thrive, one dance move at a time.
The first class, I had about 6 students, and it kept moving up and up and up to this point.
Say what? And that's how we do with Zam Dance.
Founded by Jackie Zamora, Zam Dance empowers individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities by providing a safe, supportive, and joyful environment where participants not only learn the art of dance, but also build confidence, enhance physical well-being, and connect emotionally.
The way I learned to do this was by looking at them.
Higher! Come on, you can do it!
I am so intense, and I start smiling, so when they start smiling, they start moving too. So it's that connection. It's having that connection with them.
Jackie has over a decade of professional experience working with children with special needs. And as a lifelong dancer, was inspired to create Zam Dance after choreographing a musical at Ivy Mount School, where she recognized the need for a program like hers.
Once we choreographed the whole entire show, I sat there and watched the show, and I saw a lot of talent. So I say, hey, I should start my own dance program. There's nothing like this anywhere for them. You know, you have Zumba, but they're in the back. I want them in the front.
Zam Dance is not just about dance. It's about inclusion. People of all abilities and backgrounds come together here, united by a common goal: to move, express, and grow in a community that celebrates diversity.
And it motivates them, and they become leaders because they feel good about themselves. It's that confidence.
Parents also feel a strong sense of joy and inclusion as part of this supportive community.
The parents are just so happy. They're actually dancing too.
Come on!
I don't know how anybody can sit on a chair when they're in a room with Zam Dance, because the music and the movement and the joy on Jackie's face, it's moving.
I've been doing Zam Dance since I was a teenager, 13 years old.
Sam is autistic, and he also has OCD and ADHD. And honestly, from a therapeutic standpoint, he needs a lot of gross motor movement, big movements, high impact. So Zam Dance has just been so wonderful for him to help him with his anxiety and his autism.
I do a high impact all the time. Each time I'm done Zam Dance, I'm sweating like I just came out of a swimming pool.
For these dancers, Jackie is more than just a teacher. She's a guiding light, a mentor, and a friend.
They're not being pushed, forced, or anything. They want to be here. The excitement of walking inside this room, you have to see, is something so beautiful, so powerful.
And Jackie hopes to one day spread that moving joy beyond borders.
Not nationwide, worldwide. I think every child with disability should have this experience, the Zam Dance experience.
Zam Dance is proof that in the right environment, everyone can shine. Through diversity, inclusion, and the power of movement, these dancers are finding their rhythm and their voice. To learn more about the program, visit the website. And that does it for this edition of Community Connections. For County Cable, I'm Rashai Sahalu. Thanks for watching.